Hello, I'm Anthony, founder at SeedLegals, and every day I meet amazing founders on SeedLegals. And today I'm talking to Matt from Muush. Matt, tell us about Muush.
Thank you for having me, Anthony. So Muush is a functional lion's mane based soda. We basically looked at the market. We thought brands could be and should be doing better. And we thought we'd swing the pendulum from drinks with lots of bad through middle, which is just hydration and water, to as far towards good as possible. So how much good could we put in?
Okay, so Muush, I'm assuming there's mushroom in it, right?
There is.
Tell us about the mushroom part.
Yeah, so the mushroom component is lion's mane. And lion's mane is amazing for neuroplasticity, brain fog, gut health, slow release of energy. So that's the mushroom component. In terms of the other ingredients, we have low sugar, high fiber, which is all natural. The sugar that's in there is from the fruits, so it's fructose. And then we have vitamins A, D3 and C as well.
All right, this sounds great. And if it tastes as great as it is good for you, that's going to be awesome. So what got you out of bed one day? What's your background? And got you to go, I'm going to make a new beverage?
So my background is sort of startups. I mean, I've been doing startups for 10 years now. I had a business called, and still have a business called Rawsome, which is in the kids space. So that gave us sort of an insight into that area. And then we have a little bar and a restaurant down in Surrey, which happened as a bit of an accident during COVID. We had an events company that obviously COVID was not a good time to be running an events company. So we pivoted, we took over a sort of disused cricket club. We chucked some money at it and we turned it into a sort of thriving local hub. And what we found was that we were buying our drinks from a well-known wholesaler, and we just felt the offering wasn't good enough, and we felt that the landscape had so much headroom for someone to come in and just sort of shake things up a bit and create something that was good across the board for adults and for kids.
Okay, so give the viewer some background on the drinks industry, right? So there are a lot of sugar waters, and then a new wave of kombucha came along, and then, there's some new things. So this is really a new segment, right? So how do you go about discovering a new category, and how do you go about actually crafting it? Do you sit at home with lots and lots of things doing it, and then tell us a bit about how it's made?
Sure. So in terms of the drinks industry, it's interesting because, I mean, there's just a general trend towards obvious things like less sugar. We know that refined sugar is bad for us, so how can we reduce that? Natural sugars, our bodies are actually prepared for that. And it can be digested, and our metabolisms are used to it. So I think the things that there are sort of a few common misconceptions in the drink space, one of which is that artificial sweeteners are carcinogenics, that being one. And that really isn't the problem. The main problem is the fact that with an artificial sweetener, your body prepares itself for sugar, and then it doesn't arrive. So there's a sort of deficit of hunger there. So it becomes an obesity problem because you then try and sort of fulfill that within your body. So that was the sort of the starting point. It was just using those, I guess, widely understood and explored areas within the drink space. And then what we wanted to do was sort of dive into some of those emerging areas, which for us was the functional mushroom space. Quite a few of them sit on the novel foods list. Lion's mane, the fruiting body of, doesn't. So we thought we'll focus on that, particularly as we've got our mini Muush product. So we didn't want to sort of play around with things on novel foods list when we've got stuff that we're giving to kids. And in terms of the development side, I was very fortunate to go to university with two very good friends of mine. Actually, I went to university with one, but he's an identical twin, and they run a cider company called Cranes. And they helped myself and my business partner Dan do the initial development stage. They understand a huge amount about the industry, and they fast forwarded our initial development massively. We do all the development and the production in-house at their facility, which has saved us thousands of pounds, months of time, and it's just a really nice environment to be working because we're sort of working with friends.
That sounds fantastic. So I'm sold. Where can people go to get Muush?
So we're in about 70 locations in London at the moment. We're a couple that we're really excited about launching with our Deli, which is sort of an online food marketplace. So we're very excited about that. Village Whole Foods is one that we've been supporting quite a lot. We have a bright blue vintage Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow that we converted a few months ago. We didn't mention that to our investors before we did it, but they're very happy now that we have it. And we've converted the boot into a 120 litre fridge. So we sort of drive around we support our stockists. But our head of sales, Ed, he's based in East London. So we have quite a few sites in East London, and we're sort of working back towards the office based in Wandsworth.
Okay. Use of funds by Rolls-Royce is something to not tell your investors, right? Okay. It's an old one. It's fine. All right. So this has been amazing. Where can what's the URL of the website?
So the website is muush.co. So that's muush.co. And everything's available on there to purchase. And we've got our Amazon shop up and running now as well. So we're sort of starting to get our feet under the table. Things are really starting to ramp up, and there's a few really exciting accounts that we can't mention just yet, but are hopefully coming on board in the next few weeks. So we're very excited about that.
Okay. All right. Okay, Matt. So that was great. So now we're going to break open a Muush. Okay.
I'm sorry they're not more chilled, but
cheers.
Cheers.
This is seriously good.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
Can you
delicious.
taste the ginger in there, the zing?
Oh, this has got its ginger zing. I love a ginger zing. All right, thanks. Well, I love meeting amazing founders on SeedLegals. Some of them are building nuclear power and geothermal. That's very nice, but it's even better when there's something I can take home and pop open in the evening and drink. So here's to me trying some Muush later.
Well,
Thanks.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks,
so
Matt.
much.
It was great talking.
Thank you.